Today we're going to be showing you how to install Boost Auto Parts GM style mirrors onto your 4th gen Ram truck. This procedure covers 09 to 18 Ram 1500 as well as 10 to 18 Ram 25 and 3500. To get all the parts shown in this video, as well as other parts and accessories for your truck or SUV, check us out at boostautoparts.com. This procedure applies to those going from Ram style tow mirrors to GM, as well as Ram small mirrors to GM style tow mirrors.
First thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the triangle piece covering the mirror mounting bolts. Remove these T20 Torx bit bolts around the door panel here. There will be 6 of them, 2 on the left side, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the right side. Now if the screw's not coming out the first try here, you may want to take a flat blade screwdriver and just pry on the side of it as you're screwing out, as shown here. Now that you have all those screws removed, you just need to go ahead and remove the rest of the clips, just so you can use a small screwdriver to pry those out. You want to do this for all 6 bolts you removed. Remove the trim piece behind the door handle here, and remove that Phillips head screw behind that panel there. The body trim tool and remove that handle bezel. Go from the right side and just pry out, it'll snap right off. And you just want to open the handle to release all the way and let that fully slide out. And pry up the window switch here. You'll want to take a trim tool, pry right up, it'll pop right out. Then you want to go ahead and unplug all connectors on the back side of this. And lift up the door panel here, making sure the top clears the lock, and go ahead and remove it and set it off to the side. Now you may or may not have this bracket right here. If you don't have it, you can just disregard this. If you do have it, you won't want to remove these 2 nuts. Most customers find they do not need this bracket. The bracket is just for extra support. Remove the white and black connectors for the mirror here. So there is this tape on this bracket here. You unwrap the harness from that tape there. And remove the 3 mount nuts for the mirror here. And just go ahead and dismount the mirror.
Take the new GM style mirrors provided by Boost Auto Parts and mount them up to the truck. Start by guiding the wiring harness as well as all the wires in through the door. You want to make sure all that slack is pulled straight on through to ensure that no wires get pinched. Then just line up the studs with the corresponding holes in the door. Replace the 3 10mm mounting nuts. Now we'll go ahead and plug in the connectors provided on the Boost Auto Parts mirrors. I'll just plug in the black one will go on the top, the white one will go on the bottom, and then when all is said and done, you're just going to want to take some tape or zip ties and just make sure this is tied up out of the way of the door panel. Now if you purchase signal only mirrors, you can disregard the rest of the video showing running the running light wire. Just go ahead and reinstall the door panel.
We're just going to come into the door jamb here, and you'll see there's 2 Torx bit bolts holding this door harness into place. You want to go ahead and take a T20 Torx bit and remove both those bolts. And pull the door boot out slightly, and being careful not to touch any wires, you want to go ahead and cut the tape back slightly and untape this portion. Now as you can see here, there's a plastic piece attached to the metal boot here, and take a trim tool and just remove this plastic piece as shown here. Remove the boot to the cab here, so you're going to go ahead and squeeze these 2 tabs on the top here. It'll pop right off. Just go ahead and squeeze both tabs, there's one on each side, and it'll pry right out. Now once you get this boot fully out of its socket, you remove the connectors here. Just push the tab on the side and it'll pull right out. And pull this whole door harness and boot out of the way. You'll want to make sure that you don't catch this seal here, so you want to pull it around, being careful not to tear anything.
Plug in our extension harness provided by Boost Auto Parts. You will only have this if you purchase switchback or signal and running light mirrors. Now the wire color may vary, but whatever wire is here is going to be your running light wire. You're just going to go ahead and run this into the cab of the truck. Again, if you purchase signal only mirrors, disregard this next portion of the video.
And tape the current running light wire that you have in the Boost Auto Parts extension harness with the mirrors there to a sturdy metal rod or a coat hanger here to run through the door boot. And take the coat hanger and running light wire and run that through the door boot here, being careful not to pinch anything. If you need to, you can go ahead and remove the boot from the connector itself. Take the running light wire that you ran through the boot and pull it all the way through. You will want to leave a little bit of slack in the door, but you can pour most of the wire through. Now with that wire you ran through the boot here, you'll just want to go feed it through this square hole next to the connector. You want to make sure that that square hole is the one inside the connector here, and you can just go ahead and pull all the slack through. Now that you have this wire ran through the boot here, this is all one piece here that comes all the way back. You want to remove this so that you can run this wire properly through. You want to start by prying from the back piece here. And just go and run your trim tool along the edge and it'll slowly pop all the way off. Run that wire all the way through. Then you just want to remove the triangular panel on the right side of the driver's footwell here. You can just go ahead and pull back on the side, it'll pop right off. Remove the passenger side footwell panel.
Now the procedure for the passenger side is the exact same as the driver's side, so we aren't going to show it, but just go ahead and get your wires in the cab of the truck and then continue following along this video.
Take the passenger side, your taped wiring coat hanger inside the cab here. You want to go ahead and run it between the passenger and driver's side underneath the center console. And plug both connectors back into the door jamb boot here. Now that you have both connectors in, just go ahead and snap this white plastic piece back onto the bottom side of the boot there, making sure all those wires are tucked. And then you can just tuck the whole door jamb boot into its place here. When doing this, you want to make sure that you are behind this gasket here. You want to run behind the seal. And push that connector all the way back in so that the door jamb boot is fully seated. And put the screws for the door boot back in here.
Now in the underhood, you'll want to locate this small grommet on the firewall, and we're going to go ahead and poke through it.
As you can see here, this is where the coat hanger came through, that grommet in the firewall there.
For the running light wires, which may be orange or blue, you can splice them both together and then just run one lead out to the underhood fuse box, or you can run both wires out. Tape the running light wires to a coat hanger.
Pull that through the firewall. Remove the fuse box cover.
In this video, we're showing you on a 2017, but please reference this graphic to determine where to tap your running light wire.
You'll remove fuse 79. This is the clearance light fuse. Just take the fuse you removed and place it in the lower slot on the fuse tab here.
Strip the running light wire.
And just go ahead and crimp this into the fuse tab. And insert this fuse tab into the proper fuse location, which is fuse 79.
And you'll go ahead and snap the driver and passenger side footwell covers back into place.
Go ahead and put the footwell trim bezel back on here. And put the door panel back on. You'll want to go ahead and make sure that you pull the connectors through the handle bezel housing there, just to make sure everything lines up properly. Make sure that the top lock slides through properly on the door panel here.
Then you'll just go ahead and put the retention clips back into place and go ahead and replace the screws that are inside them with the Torx bit.
Go ahead and put the handle bezel back on here and it'll snap right into place.
Replace the screw behind the handle. Put the dust cover back into place over the screw.
Put the triangular stud cover back onto the door here and put the door switch back in here.
Now, if your original mirrors did not have turn signal or puddle lamp, you will need to have these sales codes enabled. Please reference a separate Boost Auto Parts video to see how this can be done, or visit your local dealer. The sales codes that need to be enabled are LEB for the turn signals and LEC for the puddle lamp. The running light, power adjust, and defrost should all work plug and play regardless. And just like that, your installation is complete. The operation of this rear white-facing light will be like a puddle light, so anytime the truck is unlocked at night with the key fob, only when it's dark outside, it will illuminate. To get all the parts shown in this video, as well as other parts and accessories for your truck or SUV, check us out at boostautoparts.com.